Got my brother Kevin Simmons here. I'm Alan Stamps, and our subject today is we're going to talk about um what do we call this? What do we call this one, Kevin?
They the what we said I guess we gonna call it the do's and don'ts or dating in the Caribbean beyond the hypothetical.
Yeah, we're going to talk about behind the hypothetical, beyond the things that you've normally heard about dating here in the Dominican Republic. So, Kevin, tell us where your experience lie.
Okay, for those of y'all interested in viewing us, like my brother said, I'm Kevin Simmons. I've been visiting this country since 2013, and I'm also very much involved with a woman over here who I've known since 2015. But I've known her is one thing, but caring for her is totally different, right? We've been together for quite a while, and when I say together, I'm telling you, not hypothetically speaking, I'm telling you the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs of our relationship, the ups and the downs, the
Mhm.
things you could expect from being over here, and the do's you should do, the things you should look for. And my brother will probably talk to you about his experience. We're
Yeah,
free to questions at any
yeah.
time.
And my name is Alan Stamps. I've been coming over here for a little over a year. Um, I've been over here 5 times since May of last year. So that goes to show you how much I really have grown to like this country. It wasn't so when I first got here, especially my first trip. It just kind of grew on me. And I've been dating over here, all 5 trips. And, I've experienced a whole lot. And you gonna hear some of those experiences that I've had and also Kevin has had since he's been coming over to the Dominican Republic. So our mission, fellas, is we want to help you guys as much as possible when you're dating over here in Dominican Republic. And you could probably take, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, but you could take a lot of this stuff that we're gonna be talking about and sharing our experiences and helpful tips. You can use that dating anywhere. That's not just the
Exactly.
Dominican Republic. This is you can use these kind of tips dating in the United States. So I've
And
learned a lot.
And what I would tell any of you guys, if you're interested now, what I give is free of charge. It's all just to help folks. And I'm 56 years of age. And when I tell you, it's amazing to me how some of you all view things, see things, and you come back and expect. And I look at it and I'm like, my philosophy is if you're not confident with you, don't go somewhere and expect someone else to see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. What I'm saying and the advice I'm giving to you has nothing to do with being in the Caribbean, in the Asia, or anywhere in the world. What I'm saying to you has to do with you starting with yourself. You can use it in America. Most people say that's why I don't date in America because of this and because of that. Believe it or not, television has moved all around the world now. So whatever you see them doing in the Western aspect is what these people are using as a doormat, a footstool. How they say is the end game. They want that. They want to live like those that you're trying to say you don't want anymore. And you guys are the ones ruining their value. They have customs and values and things, but they do want to live the life of the women you're trying to run from.
Hmm. And um, so we got a few tips, and Kevin, you almost hit on one. So I'm glad we stopped right there. You almost hit on one. I guess it's kind of a good leading point. So we got like 5 tips. We may not stop at 5. We might slip another one in there in on you guys. But we're gonna start with uh I guess along the lines of what you were saying, Kevin. You said one of the things you wanted to talk about is the mindset. Coming over here with the Western mindset.
Exactly.
That is one of the key things that needs to change before you come over here. Now let me ask you before you answer that. does the Western mindset have to change totally before you even come over here, or what? Because that's kind of asking some people a lot that's never been over here. I know for me, if you told me you got to change your Western mindset and I never been over out of the country like that or over to the Dominican Republic, I'd be like, how the hell I do that? You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
talk a little bit about that before you get
so
into it.
glad you brought that up because that's perfect for you to cut me back and remind you. No, you don't have to change completely. I'm not saying for you to do a whole 180. I definitely don't want you to do a 360 and end up in the same spot you started from. What I'm saying is you have to be open-minded. You have to come over and you can't come here expecting what you've been programmed in the United States to think is the way things supposed to be done. America is what we call the blueprint for everyone. They want that dream. They want what they've been told for so many years, what they grew up on. But a lot of people, because of your geographic location where you were born, aren't going to be able to see and do all those things. And we as Americans, we come here and we're going to probably talk about that when we start talking about how, in America, you ask women certain questions. It's going to be shocking when you hear us get into it. Don't come here with that. You might as well stay in America if what some of your do's and don'ts and some no-goes, because like I said, it ain't because I'm 56 years old. I've never had a problem with getting women anywhere.
Okay. Now, what is the Western mindset? Tell us what that is, because that could be a lot of things. What
Okay.
what do
They
you
go, which
call the
aspect,
Western mindset?
which it has a lot of different aspects because it's culturistic. The things that you do or that we do in the Western world that you may not be accustomed to when you come here. Some things you can lean toward and some things you can't. But don't be disrespectful. Don't automatically assume that these people know what you're talking about or it's a given. It's not. You have to say things more than once and you're going to have to repeat yourself to get a clear understanding. First of all, if you're asking women, like they love to say in America, you want to know a woman's body count. Well, I hate to tell you guys, sex is not taboo in this country.
Yeah.
They can have friends that will tell you that that's my friend. You in America, you say, oh, he just my friend, and you know she lying, right? Well, over here, she said he his friend. He's her friend. He is definitely her friend. But that don't mean they didn't just get through rump shaking back there about a minute or two ago. You understand? Because, like I told you, you ask them what their body count is over here, you might want to run for the simple fact they don't even know themselves.
Mhm.
They leave the womb ready. They
Yeah.
like Little Caesar's pizza, hot and ready all the time.
Hmm. Now, I just want to piggyback off of that because the woman I'm dating right now, we had a conversation about this, and she said, sex ain't taboo. I asked her, and we had a discussion, and I asked her, I said, at what age are they, having sex over there? Like, when do they start? And she said, well, maybe 12 or 13.
Blow your mind.
It just blew my mind because I didn't even start that young. But the way what blew my mind was the nonchalant way she said it. It
Exactly.
was
So
just kind of like,
precariously.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So she's got a cousin that is 15 years old. And you know, me and the girl I'm dating got on the phone one day, and she was like, "Yeah, I was just talking to my cousin, and trying to give her some advice about this guy that she, been with, her man." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "What kind of advice?" She was like, "Well, she needs to, do this and that." It was just kind of like womanly advice, advice about, submission and and kind of like that, just supporting your man and all that kind of stuff. And I thought the guy was, I thought it was kind of like inappropriate for her to be talking about some of these things that she was talking to her about. And so I asked her, I said, "How old is this guy?" She said 31.
Yeah.
I said, "Wow," you know, and a couple days later, me and her talking on the phone, and she kind of just moving around in the living room, and I heard a man's voice, and I heard a man's voice in the background. I know who living in her apartment. You know what I'm saying? I know ain't no men living there. So before I can even open up my mouth, she said, "Oh, baby, that's my cousin's man." I said, okay, I said, and she was like, yeah, he took her to the doctors and everything. Now he bringing her over here. We're gonna have lunch, and then they gonna leave and everything. And she was turning the camera around and looked at him. Yeah, he was older guy, and he was accepted by the family. This wasn't no, it was just normal. And for me, I was just kind of in my seat, like,
It's
damn,
crazy.
it's crazy. So when you say sex ain't taboo, that's from our ages and stuff. Now, all you tree jumpers over there, I don't know if you know what tree jumpers mean. What tree jumpers mean, y'all know it ain't right. And that's the Western mindset that I want you to bring over here. That anything below 18, you don't need to be messing with, man.
You don't even need to
You
be
know what I'm saying?
looking
You
at it.
don't even need to, and you really need to check the age thing at the door. You really need to figure that out. But definitely, you need to bring that part over here. Don't come over here thinking I'm gonna grab me a 15-year-old and stuff like that, because you're gonna end up dealing with the consequences of that, man. And I don't want things to go bad for you. And just for me, I'm no judge or anything like that, but I'm gonna tell you where I feel something is wrong, and that's just where I'm at with it. But go ahead. I went off on a tangent on that, man. But go ahead, Kev.
No, no, you didn't go off on a tangent. To me, I think you still was very much on point because the thing is, they need to understand that although 18 is legal in the U.S. and most countries, 18 is the age of legal consent. Over
Mhm.
here, they always say it don't matter what the age is, but it does matter. You
Right,
understand? There are laws here against that because the family will accept you. That don't mean it's right. In a
right,
lot of hotels, you can't even bring them in without ID. Now, the bottom line is the truth. If she looks young, then that means she probably is. If she
right,
don't look mature,
right,
that means she probably not mature.
right.
And you will see a lot of kids over here now being pregnant is a big thing. Or they happy, they get happy. And
Mm.
my mindset is I try not to talk bad about the country and things like that because I love it here. I'm talking about this place is so peaceful. I don't care what you're angry with. These people will promote happiness. I mean,
Mhm.
from the youngest to the oldest, they always find something to party about. And what I mean by that, don't mean that they're partying. They find something to find laughter, happiness. They don't dwell on things. That's what
Mhm.
the Western mindset. If you got a grudge in you, you're gonna let that go because
Right,
if I apologize or if they hurt you or harm you in any kind of way or make you uncomfortable and they say they're sorry and you accept their apology, to them that's like saying we back at ground zero.
right,
They free to
right,
do it again.
right. That be
And
driving
we
me
like,
crazy, man.
you can't even bring it up again. If you say
Right,
if they do the same thing again, you say, look, we gotta learn to stop saying, are you stupid or are you retarded? Things that seem very offensive. They are very offensive.
then
They
they
will make
they
you
they do
pull your
stuff.
hair.
Come on, man, Kevin, because they'll do stuff that make you say that. They do stuff that make you say, because I done
Look,
said it. I done said
that's
it to
why I
you in
love the
secret.
fact that me and you are doing this type of stuff, talking to people, because I'm the one. You're what they call a A1 pupil,
Right.
because you on self and autopilot right now, and you was basically this place wasn't even for you. You was gonna give up on being here, and for some odd reason, me and you hooked up and met, and we've been talking, and we've been brothers ever since. We brother,
Mm,
my brother from another mother, and I show you a lighter side of this country.
mm,
But so you're never blindsided, and that's what we're doing now to try to share this with those of you who are interested in making what we call this here your home, your paradise, finding
mm,
your wife.
mm,
Now, if you got a screwed up mindset that you ain't having given up that oh damn effect and everything looks good, whatever look good, whatever 5 years in America to you is a 10 over here. If you consider tens, because trust me, no one's a 10 to me. That's perfection. But hey, my woman, she I hate to say it, a lot of people call her a 10. you know, and I remind her all the time, you above average, you a hard 9, you know what I'm saying? That's when she dolled up. She's 7, 8 at best, but she a hard 9 when we doll up and we step out. And what I'm telling you is don't come over here. You seeing women and you want to do some of the stuff you do in the Western world, you end up in jail over here doing something
Yeah,
stupid,
yeah,
thinking that
yeah,
this world be free.
yeah.
You don't want to be over here
Hey,
in one of these Dominican prisons.
it's a couple videos out there. I can't remember her name right off bat. She live out in Sasua. She do a lot of videos. She from Canada. So I'm gonna try to put the link to her. She did a couple videos on this, man, of guys that then came over here and got locked up, messing with these underage women. So they will lock you up because it is illegal over here. It may not be illegal on the streets, but Dominican law, it's illegal, man. So y'all got to check that, man.
You hit the
You know,
nail on the head.
yeah,
You hit the nail dead on the head. It may not be look illegal on the street. They make you fine and get you anything you want. But guess what? Because the law system is crooked over here too.
yeah,
They love your money.
yeah.
They love your
But
money.
I tell you what, in every case that I've heard of underage guy or guys messing with them underage women that's went to jail, you can pay for almost anything over in Dominican Republic, but you can't pay to get yourself out that one. Not that I've heard. That I've heard different stories, but I've never heard of a guy being able to pay his way out of something like that. You
And
know,
that's why we're telling you, we're not going to talk
right.
about hypotheticals. We're going to give you exacts. Well, speaking
Exactly.
from experience, we're not
Exactly.
going to talk about the red pill and all that stuff because you
Hmm.
got enough YouTube channels out there for you to search all you want for that. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's a lot
telling you
of that.
honestly, if you're looking for something serious and you want something serious, you have to first start with you.
Right. And you got to figure that out before you come over here. And so we can segue into this next question off of that. The net or not question, but the next tip. The next tip is figure out what you want and what you are looking for before you make travel arrangements. I think I think I came up with that one. What you got on that one?
That's perfect. You got to figure out exactly what it is you want and stick to your plan. Do not deviate from that, and it's going to work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Before you make your travel arrangements, you need to figure out the things you will need being here. That's also, you need to download WhatsApp. Me personally, I would tell you to get on social media, find you someone, you talk to them, not necessarily a female, but anyone, befriend that person and have your own personal guide.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you're going to keep with you at all times. But you need to download the essentials. Google, translate, learn a little Spanish, practice on your own. WhatsApp, that's their main communication over here in the
Mm-hmm.
Caribbean. They use that as a phone
Right.
because being here, you need to also know that before you leave the United States, if you're going to keep your phone line, you need to let them know that you're going to be traveling abroad so they can give you a service package, ask for an international package.
Mm-hmm.
It could be you're going to be here for 10 days. That's all you need the internet for is for 10 days. It's a discount. Trust me, it's worth it than trying to hook up on your roaming charges over here.
Mm-hmm. And when I mentioned figuring out what you want before you get here, for me, that means based on my experience, I came over here, and we're gonna get into that other tip later, but I came over here with a different mindset and really, I really didn't know what I wanted. I thought I wanted one thing and I thought I could live that life that I thought I wanted. And then when I got over here, I figured out I didn't want to live that life. That was not my character. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up in Santo Domingo, man, and I was just kind of just chilling, man. But I had a terrible time because I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't have my mind made up. At the time, I don't think I wanted because I was, fresh, kind of fresh out of a breakup. We was engaged, and
And
so
became
I was,
overwhelmed very
yeah,
fast.
and I came over here with one mindset, man, and then it was just a lot of confusion. So I wish I would have waited a little bit longer to figure out what I wanted. Um, so fellas, if you and I'm not saying that you have to know exactly what you want before you get over here. It's okay to not know, but when you do come over here and you don't know what you want, just keep an open mind. Like Kevin was talking about. Just keep an open mind. Don't have any expectations over this and over that. Just kind of be, kind of be open-minded when you get over here. And then you'll figure out after you hear, I would say, man, you probably have to come a couple times before you really figure out what you want.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I'm saying?
your very first trip,
You
you're
ain't
gonna
gonna
be very much overwhelmed.
you're gonna be overwhelmed. You're gonna get over here. It's a lot of beautiful women. They gonna, throw themselves at you, and stuff like that. Um, it depends on where you're going, and they gonna throw themselves at you for various reasons. Don't think just because a woman giving you attention that she want to be with you, but don't think because a woman is giving you attention that she don't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's especially if you're in Santo Domingo. Now, if you go to Sasua and she throwing attention at you, you pretty much know what's going on. But if you come to Santo Domingo, it could really be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with low key working girls. You know what I'm saying? That are low key with it. And then some that'll give you that girlfriend experience. What you got, Kevin?
What you said, it turned on a light bulb in my head just now. For those of you who have been here before, Sasua has been revamped. They're going under what we call a defrag. Back in the day, when your computer is overloaded with a bunch of junk and trash, you got to defrag it. So that's what they're doing here in Sasua. Um, it's not the same as you used to. They can't just walk up on you anymore in the streets and talk to you. You're going to experience more of the girlfriend experience if you go to Sasua than you're going to experience. Then, I guess what y'all like to call pay to play. Pay for play, pay to play, however you want to do it. But now, if you meet a girl, you might as well start talking to her online and she's going to give you the girlfriend experience because things going to have to happen behind closed doors. Now, with that being said, it don't mean that what goes on and what you have seen and heard don't still go on here in this country. Like I said, sex is not taboo, and to them, it's just recreation. Sex is just recreation. You come here, she's your woman. That woman's going to treat you so good, you may not even want to go back. You may extend your stay over here, but don't be fooled. If you don't do your due diligence, you could become what I try to tell everyone. You're not the predator. You're the prey. They know you only come here. You work your whole year for them 2 weeks to come over here for vacation. You work all year. So
Mm-hmm.
all the lies you saying, don't do it. They done heard them all. If
Mm-hmm.
you want a girl, show her your true, what's inside of you. If you just want to play, she gonna play with you. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And
Mm-hmm.
move right on. If you're serious, give her the benefit of the doubt. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Don't be a fool or this new thing y'all love to call simping. Look, everyone pays for everything somewhere or another. You're gonna
That's
pay.
man, ooh, that's another whole man. That's a
I,
I ain't
I,
even gonna
I know
crack
that
that one open
we
because
can
we
touch
could do
on
a
one
whole
subject, my
video
brother,
on
and
that.
start in one area and end up in a whole different spot. But
Yeah.
I sure love the fact that you are a prime example of having one-sided mindset. Then you talk to someone that's living here and you're not listening to all these other guys, someone your equal age,
Mm-hmm.
someone of your own age who can tell you the ins and outs, do's and don'ts, and tell you, I don't care what I tell you. If you ain't got boots on the ground and experiencing it yourself firsthand, I could be selling you a wolf ticket as well because you got a lot of people that are Americans giving the bad advice.
Oh man, a lot. You got a lot of channels out there, and I'm gonna piggyback off of that, man, too. Before you come over here, I know y'all, especially the ones that ain't never been over here, I know y'all gonna be looking at all kind of YouTube channels. Y'all gonna be looking at a lot of videos, man. And most of the videos, I would say a good 90% of the videos that you guys are gonna run into are videos that are doing, they're gonna be either creek camming or they're gonna be giving you red pill advice or they're going to tell you about all of their bad experiences. You're not really going to hear much of any good experiences. You're going to hear all bad experiences. And really, if I'm being truthful here, man, and I'm gonna always keep it 100 with you guys, that some of those videos that you hear, some of that advice that you hear is good stuff because it's going to help you to navigate a little bit when you're dealing with some of these women. But you're going to have to, and I say this all the time, you're going to have to eat the meat and spit out the bones. You know what I'm saying? You got to take some of that and understand that that's their experience, and then you got to take the others and say, okay, well, this applies across the board. This is a fundamental principle. You know what I'm saying? This is a fundamental advice that every man should take. Stuff like don't move too fast. Don't be telling these chicks that you want to be their man, because once you say that, then it's a
Oh yeah,
whole nother ball game. You know what I'm saying? Just it's some fundamental things that every man should consider, when they coming over here dating. So watch the videos, but be cautious while you're watching them. I get something out of every video I watch. Every video, even if it's negative stuff, I get something that I can take away out of it. It's either something that I should never do or something that I should
exactly.
start doing. You know what I'm saying? Or that I need to consider. So watch
And
watch the video and make sure you're watch most of the videos I want you guys to watch since you're on this Where's My Wife channel. I'm assuming you're looking for a relationship. Look at videos like that are promoting relationships, they're promoting
exactly. Beyond a
love,
good time.
they're promoting commitment and just good overall moral good character. You know, look at those kind of videos, but try to stay away from the ones that are downgrading these women and all that kind of stuff. What you got on that, Kev?
And that was great advice. There are a lot of success stories that you should watch and see because I done changed the mind of a couple of guys that they come here. You got to be aware and understand what you hear is just advice. And sometimes because a person telling you one thing doesn't mean that they're actually living that themselves. You
Right.
understand? Because I'm here and I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. You
Yeah.
can take it with a grain of salt. But if you were to meet me and you come see me in person and you see how I live, I'm not gonna show you how I'm living. I'm not gonna tell you all of that. I'm gonna tell you how they're living. You understand? And what they're expecting. The way I live is what their ultimate goal is. It's not realistic. It's a dream for them.
Right.
You presenting them that dream. If you say you're that man, you're going to be her man, or you want to be her man, you fell in love, she's not believing you. I don't care how much she says she loves you and all that. She don't really believe you. You understand? And she's going to see how far you're going to take it. And what's going to happen is you're going to miss a beat. It's going to be you. You're going to be the one that miss a beat. And when you miss a beat, she's going to sit there and start retracting, or she's going to do something that's going to upset you tremendously. As like I told you, we as Westerners, we have a way and the way we see and do things, or we want or expect things. That's not all clear on how they do it. We speak very aggressively. They feel that way, that we're upset. It's not true. Say what you mean what you say. And if you're not clear about something, ask again. Ask 2 or 3 times. Make sure there's clarity before you say or do anything.
Right.
And later on, like we said, we're going to get into relationships because we're hoping to promote healthy relationships, positive outlooks. I want you to be successful over here.
Yeah.
I came here. First of all, I apologize. You need to know a little bit about me before I can tell you anything. I'm a retired military veteran, you understand, of 22 years. There are a lot of service members here. Lot of them, though, didn't retire. They just came here because it's more feasible for them to live here. You can live a life that you can't really afford in the United States. Do not come here, though, without some kind of payment. I mean, receiving some kind of money from the other side. If you don't have a steady income, look, 2 weeks is all you get. You hear me? That's all you got. Enjoy your 2 weeks and go back home. But you'll come here, and like I'm trying to get my brother to do, to see that this is a beautiful place, right? It's a beautiful place. I recommend folks to come here and enjoy it. But like my brother there wanted to do, he wanted a place on the beach. And I told him, you're going to mess around and forget. If you get a place on the beach, you ain't got no place to escape to. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
Me, I'm in a tropical place. I love the beach. I can't swim a lick, but I love the water. I love seeing it. I can go on my roof of my building, I can look across the way, and I can see the ocean front. And then I can travel to the beach. That's what I like to do. But don't do that. I say, but to each his own. Again, don't ruin something with a pregame mindset that's negative.
Mhm.
Develop a plan, stick to the plan, and put it in action.
It depends on what you're coming over here looking for.
Exactly.
So if you're gonna pregame, you coming over here looking for something else. You really ain't looking for what's on this channel. You're not, if you're coming over here, and I've heard some guys say you gotta have the abundance mindset. But see, I know the kind of guys that are watching that channel. You know,
Exactly.
so if you're looking for to have, advice on the abundance mindset, you want to come over here, you want to have some fun, like they say, and you want to have your fun and reset and all that kind of stuff, then this ain't the channel for you. But let me say something real quick, Kevin. I feel like this. You can get out there, you can go to Dominican Republic or any country or even in the United States, and you get out there and you can party, you can have all these girls, and you can go out there and have this abundant mindset. But eventually you are going to slow down. You are going to get old. You're going to get 55, 60 years old, and you're going to get to the point where you're tired. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to find that woman that you can trust to take care of you. Now for me, I told you, I said, man, I'm 55 years old. I'm looking up for a woman now that'll wipe my ass and feed me and give me the right medications at the right time when I need them. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun right now with dating who I'm dating, and I'm hoping that things materialize, and because I'm looking for a wife. But I'm looking for that woman right now that I can count on to take care of me when I get to the point where I can't take care of myself. So just know that while you all out there having fun, you're gonna meet your day. You're gonna have your day. You know what I'm saying? And what you say, I can't remember how you said it. Don't miss something better because you're looking for the how you say that, man? Put that, how you say that, bro?
I say that 3 different ways. I tell people, look, don't go looking for better, thinking that it's better. Don't risk losing something good thinking you can find better, because while you looking for better, your good gonna get better, and you're gonna find out your better ain't good, and your good then got better. And when you return, good is better for someone else. That's going to say, don't give up sure pussy for more pussy and end up with no pussy. You understand? Because what looks good ain't always good.
Right,
I
right.
don't really want to say a lot that to discourage, because I'm telling you, this is a beautiful country. My woman is beautiful. You hear me? What most will say, she's beautiful. But the thing is, when they see me with her, when we go out, you immediately, I don't care who you are, even though you haven't met me. If you see me and you see us together, you would want that. You would say, you know what? That's what I want.
But they don't want
He's
what comes
got it.
with it. They don't want the process.
But I'm trying to tell you, you got to do your due diligence. Don't look at that man and you think that, man, he got it. Because if you don't talk to me, trust me, that sword is double. It's got a double edge on it. Man.
Right.
You don't think it's one way, and you'll be going back home with going gray overnight. You understand? Or going bald. One or
Mhm.
the other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I'm telling you, being here is a beautiful getaway. But you got to do your work.
Hmm.
You can't just expect everything to fall in your life in your lap, and quit listening to all these people saying you can do this, you can do that. You can do anything you want if you do the right thing and put your mind to it. Due diligence. I'm
Hmm.
serious. I don't want people to go out here and travel to these Caribbean countries thinking that these women are easy. They're not. They're just different.
Hmm.
That's all they are different. And by them being different, it's going to really ruin your headset, because they will cater to you. I mean, They they're just trained that way to be obedient to the man. That don't mean they're obedient in spirit. You understand? In
Mm-hmm.
here, they don't think they're doing anything wrong.
Right.
They think that we're just having fun. Every day is fun to them. They don't look for tomorrow or the next day. They trying to exist for
Every
right
time.
now. We're going to get into that later on. I'm telling you, we're going to share some things with y'all. For those of you who stick with us and keep going, we're going to always show up and we try to give you some good content. But I'm telling you, I got a lot of stuff that'll make you sit there. That beautiful woman you looking at, that ain't how she look on a regular basis.
Right.
You understand? So it's up to you.
Yep.
Don't think that you got it all great over here that's different than what you got in the States. If you ain't doing good in the US and you come over here, what I was telling my brother there, a lot of y'all have what we call Superman complex. You're gonna come over here and you're gonna, oh my God, everything's gonna fall at your lap. Everything. Kryptonite don't exist here. But when you get back to the United States, you're gonna realize you're no one but Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
If you were Clark Kent in the US of A, you're Clark Kent in the Dominican, Colombia, Brazil,
Right.
Costa Rica,
Right.
Aruba, any of these Caribbean countries, Jamaica, any Caribbean land, you're still Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. So the next one is uh I can't stress this enough, and this is kind of, I guess this would be my number one for me piece of advice. Do not come over here angry. Don't come over here angry. A lot of guys, this is their rebound. They go over to the Dominican Republic after a breakup or a hard divorce or something like that, and they come over here. I did it. I did it, and I'm gonna get into that story. One of these days, I'm gonna get into that story, and I paid the consequences for it. But um, don't come over here angry, man, because what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get over here, and you're gonna end up taking out your frustration and your anger on one of these women, man. You're gonna talk to them
Yeah.
crazy, or you're gonna do something physical to them. And I ain't talking about doing something like you're gonna beat the hell out of them. I'm talking about, man, you might get in that bed and punish her so hard, you know what I'm saying?
Out of character.
Yep, and you know what I'm saying, and you might talk to them in different ways, and when they say stuff and it sounds like something that
Yeah.
triggers you, man, you're gonna get upset, you know what I'm saying? And oh, that looked good right there.
We'll
Um,
talk about that. I didn't want to interrupt you,
yeah.
but
Well,
like I told you,
you brought some
they
food,
take
man, so you
they
you
take
over
good
here my
care of you over
food,
here.
man.
And regardless of what I want to or not, I can say it. Now I don't want that. She gonna make sure I eat. They're gonna make sure you eat.
You know,
Even they're
make
gonna ask
sure.
you if you eat.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, don't come over here angry. Keep your anger over there in the U.S., man, and don't come over here with these expectations. Because I feel like, and you guys have heard the sayings. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Expectations equal resentments. You know what I'm saying? So don't come
I'm,
over here expecting one thing and then it don't happen and now you upset.
I just have to say something because you said that, and I want you all to understand. He is 110%. Even if y'all believe in 1,000%, nothing's more than 100.
Yeah.
But he's correct in every aspect. I came here too, angry. You understand? And I did some things that was out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had women. I never had a problem, like I told you, getting with beautiful women or being with women because I live on a different mind code. My mindset is totally different. And once I get folks to understand my mindset, they'll see how easy it is to talk to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Realize beauty is not like they say beauty is only skin deep, ugly is to the bone. No, beauty is on the inside first. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it's how you present yourself and how you conduct yourself. I was an ugly individual. I came over here. I wanted to destroy something pretty, something beautiful. And that something came back and said something that humbled me. It looked like a little angel. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I said one day maybe we'll have that conversation.
Yeah.
And the first thing they ask is, I thought you liked me. You understand?
Yeah.
And because they come with you open, they're coming to you. The majority of them aren't trying to hurt you or deceive you or rip you off. They
Right.
just want to have a good time, and ultimately, hopefully, you're going to treat them well and give them some money. They're broke. They all want money, but
Mm.
that's no different than people in the streets in
Right.
the United States.
Right.
You
Right.
got bums all over the place asking you for quarters, dimes, dollars, asking you for stuff. And the thing is, you ain't got to be ugly, but when you come over here, don't be ugly. Leave that ugliness, leave that hatred, that anger, anything you got upsetting you. If you had a family member to lose or someone mistreated you, let it all stay gone. Thank you, baby.
Mm.
Let it be gone. Let it stay gone. I've
Mm.
known this woman for I don't know how long. She don't speak no English. I don't speak no Spanish, but we communicate perfectly.
And I think
So
my brother like it that way.
I tell you all day, if y'all wouldn't want to talk to me, and you said, "Hi, you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. How you been over there all that time, been talking all that time? You don't know that woman." Said, I don't want her talking to me. Like I said, I'm 56 years old. We communicate when we need to communicate, and we communicate perfectly on the level I want to communicate. You understand? So I don't
And
want to
I'm
hear.
the total opposite. I gotta have somebody to speak a little English.
See,
And
that's why we in
the
here.
person I'm seeing don't speak very good English at all, but I can understand her. You know what I'm saying? So we can have conversation back and forth, but they got to
Hey,
speak some English, you know.
you see this? This is why we call it have two phones.
Right,
Two. This one here is specifically, strictly
right,
speaks between languages for us. I
yeah.
sit it down and we can talk. Or we communicate. I don't need that. I understand Spanish. She understands English. We're
Mm.
just not fluent. And I can become fluent just like you can too. But do I want to? I want to know it better, but I don't want to sit down and have you come talk to me about your girlfriend's problems or everybody else's stuff that don't have anything to do with us.
Right,
This is supposed to be my. I'm retired.
right,
I don't have that in me no more.
right.
I've loved. I've been loved. Right now, I'm just enjoying what I have before me. You
That's right.
understand?
That's right.
So, for those of you who saying and you don't understand, we're trying to tell you. Looking, this your station is trying to find my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That means you have to be looking. You have to be a husband. You
Mhm.
understand? You
Mhm.
have to have that mindset.
You have to have a
That
husband.
where's my wife?
Yeah.
Okay, she should be right there in front of you. But
Mhm.
if you're not her husband, how can she be your wife?
And that's I want to say something on that. When they see you guys as a husband, there is no boyfriend, and there's no boyfriend girlfriend type of relationship in the Dominican Republic. They don't see it like that. Either you friends and you have sex every now and then, you friends, like Kevin was saying, or they gonna call you a husband, and the husband don't have nothing to do with any paper. The
Nope.
majority of Dominican women here are couples that they're not married on paper. They're married by verbal commitment. They've been together a long time. They even got kids together, and they just call you the husband. I've
They'll
had
call you
I've had a
a
couple of
spouse.
women
So
I've had a couple women call me their husband after spending a day or two with them. They say, you my husband. And I'm just like, what? So that kind of threw me for a loop. But that's the culture, man. So just understand that. Don't be alarmed at the communication. And we're gonna talk about communication in another video because communication it can either make you or break you, and I think for a lot of people it breaks them, especially Americans coming over here dating because they say a lot of things that we think is it means one thing, but it means something totally different to them. Their language they can speak very directly, and it might sound like they got an attitude or they coming off smart mouth or something like that, especially in a text. So y'all got to watch that. But we gonna come up with some helpful tips to talk to y'all about that in a different video. So anyway, let's go to the next one here.
And I want you all to forgive me because I you gonna understand that too. When they fix you food and they cook, it's kind of to them disrespectful if you don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? They can put it away, but she wants you to eat it. And I care a lot about it. You understand me? So I'm going to eat. Hopefully y'all understand that. I'm going to eat my food and I'm still here with you. Matter of fact, this is a great time, opportunity to let you know that this is basically a Dominican dish. They eat all
So,
the time.
show them what you got.
Let me show you out. It's plantains, onion, sausage. Usually we'll have an egg, a fried egg with this as well. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? But they eat this all day. My girl's teaching me how to use the purpose of a lime, what they call lemons, but it's a lime.
Mm-hmm.
After you eat, you can suck on that lime for the salt. It helps to digest your stomach. Now, what she might give me, which 9 times out of 10 she probably is, when I finish eating, she's gonna give you some coffee. They love to do that. They love to give you a small cup of coffee. It helps with digestion.
Mm-hmm. Um,
That's just a little helpful tip, tidbit tip for you all. But this is one of their delicacies. This is what they eat over here a lot, and they love chicharrones. You'll find that out too, called
yeah,
skins.
yes. And I'm gonna do a video on that when I go over there. I'm going over there in a month. I'll be over there for 2 weeks. I'm spending time with the woman I'm dating right now. So you said too in here, Kevin, you said don't set unrealistic expectations based on what you've seen or heard from YouTube videos. And we already talked about unrealistic expectations, but I like this piece right here of that puzzle based on YouTube videos because a lot of guys are going to show you clips and videos of what they want you to see. They're not going to show you everything else. So
Exactly.
you're not looking at the whole picture, guys. You're only looking at what they want you to see. You know, they're not going to show you how they got there. You know, they're going to tell you, oh, you can, you can date these women and these women. They'll show them in the
I'm
air.
not gonna lie to you.
But
I'm
you
gonna show
don't
you
know.
exactly how it is.
Yeah, but they, you don't know if they had some kind of monetary arrangement for that. You don't know nothing. All you know is what you see. So don't be so quick to look at everything at face value, man. That's why it's so important for you guys to know what you want before you come over here. Because then if you're gonna set any expectations, set your expectations around that, around what you want for yourself when you come over here, and then
Don't accept anything less.
don't accept anything less. And I'm gonna tell you like I think we told you guys in the last video. Don't come over here lying to these women. Hey, we said that in the last video, man. Kevin, that was the first thing you told me when I called. And I'm telling you what I'm doing. This was the first phone call we had. And I came over here, man. I called you and I'm telling you this and I'm telling you that. And you say, man,
Hold on.
you said, first thing you got to do is quit lying to
You don't need to.
them. Tell them what you want, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know we probably already talked about this, but I got to tell you guys this. I have to. I say this and I tell it to all the guys that try to come over here. Don't ask them what they want to do.
Right.
You tell them, let's just say, you're here to have a good time. They know that. Whatever it is you want to do, they want to do. All you got to do is ask them to guide you. You tell them, look, I'm going to eat. I would love for you to join me. If she says she can't and she gives you another day, then you just tell her, no, I didn't offer you another day. I want to see you today. You understand? I want to have your company today. If she's not there for you to give you company today, you don't put on don't put on the roster. Don't do it. Because trust me, if you if you give her an option, they're going to take it. Don't give them no option. You tell them what you're going to do when you want her company. You want their company. They will come. They will be there before, whenever you need them to be. I love this fact because I want my brother to tell you his story. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna one day get into that. It's gonna blow your mind how they're before you get here,
Oh
they're
man,
gonna
I
always
know what
have
you're talking
too much
about
stuff.
too.
They
Yeah,
busy, they got too much going on, or whatever and ever. But the moment you get here, you're their number one priority.
right, exactly. And don't give them. Don't get, just say, hey, I'm here on a time frame. I'm here on a short timeline.
Nope,
You
don't
know
tell
what
them.
I'm saying? And do you want to go out to eat tonight? And if they say no, then you just say fine, Well, I'll see you tomorrow. No, you won't see me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go out and I'm gonna have somebody else join me. It's okay to say that. They already know you're gonna have somebody else to join you. They know that, you know. And then once you let that be known, then then 9 times out of 10 they gonna rearrange some stuff and they gonna see you that night because they don't want you to go to the next option that you got.
Nope.
They don't want you to do that. And there's no need to pregame, guys, when you come over here because they're everywhere. You don't need to pregame, man. You don't need to. But if that's what you want to do, fine, go ahead. But you get what you get when you pregame. When you get on these sites and you get on Tinder and Bumble and all that, brothers, you're gonna get what you get. And what you're gonna get most of the time is women that are looking for some kind of compensation or some kind of something. You're gonna get some games, you're gonna get, that's just what you're gonna get on those sites. Now I'm not saying every last one of them are like that, but that's what you're gonna get the majority. You might find a few needles in there in the haystack, man, that's for the right thing, but for the most part, man, it's a numbers game when you get on those sites.
You know what? They get a great, what we call, damn, how can I word this? Between by having you and having me, we're the best of both worlds for you people. I'm telling you. I didn't meet mine through the dating site. I did mine on the boots on the ground, meeting them just by talking. And
Mm.
I met someone, I talked to them. Hey, they're very friendly. You ain't got to be afraid thinking they're gonna go off on you, take get away from me and this and that. No, they're not like that. That American stuff, you do not have to be afraid. But my thing is, like I was telling my brother there, if you meet one through a dating app, you understand, you're not the only one on that dating app that she done spoke to.
Mm.
Okay? You have to start vetting from the moment you meet one and you swipe whatever y'all call left or right or however y'all do that.
Mm.
If they say you match with that person, you got to make her forget about the rest of them. I
Mm.
mean, you have to make her forget about it because right now you're just a number. You're in the numbers game. And
Mm.
if you don't show her anything different, she's going to wait when your turn is up. It's what that's what they say on that thing. That's what it is. She's not yours. It's just your turn.
Now
And I was saying,
elaborate on that, Kevin, because we didn't have the whole hour-long conversation about that.
really,
Yeah.
man, I
Elaborate on that.
apologize.
Remember, remember,
I
remember what you said. Remember what you said when we was talking about that. This was, oh man, I don't know how many months ago that was. We was talking about that whole phrase, and you said, "Damn it, what you gonna do with your turn then? If she ain't
exactly.
yours, it's your turn. What you gonna do with your
Do
turn?"
it your turn. Okay, you if they say she ain't yours, it's just your turn. Then okay, then damn it, you utilize your turn. You understand?
What
You
does that
make use
mean?
of your turn because guess what? If they say she ain't yours, the Y is silent. She's ours. You understand me? You're like, oh my God, is that what I don't share? You hear me? I don't share. When it's my turn, well, when I came here, if you put me in that red pill group, I met mine. I went through a lot of them, but I met that one. And guess what? Your dick is not going to be the thing to tell you she's the one. You're
Right,
going to know on your own.
right,
Your dick ain't going to tell you. You can
right,
believe that
right.
because trust me, when you start talking to one of us offline and not here on this here platform, I'll tell you truthfully, you're going to be amazed when you get over here, especially when you get with one of these warm Caribbean women and
That
you realize you're
uh,
not the man you thought you would.
Say when their body 2 degrees high, you get in there, man, and it's 2 degrees higher than what you used to, man. You and if you say it ain't happened to you after you, man, use a lie.
Use a lie,
Use a lie.
but I'm not even gonna sit there. I'm not even gonna sit there and entertain you if you can't be honest.
Right,
Well, we're not doing anything. I can't help you if you lie.
right,
But I'm
right.
telling you, if you want to have a great experience, I live here with my girl. I got 4 bathrooms in a 2 bedroom apartment. You understand? Well, it's not even an apartment. I live in a condo. All right.
Mhm.
And that's not how they live here. This is not how they live here. And what you're looking at, the women you're with, trust me, they don't live like this.
Right.
I will show you how they live. And you might want to second guess if you want to be with that gal or not.
Yeah,
Trust
we're
me.
gonna have a video on that. We're gonna show you some real footage too of how they live.
Yes.
Sure, we're gonna
Yeah.
get, I'm sure we're gonna get some more when I come over there in a month and hang out with you.
We're expecting this group to get bigger as we grow and you guys come in because I've been told this a lot. I'm trying my best to help my brother with this thing so it can work out for the best of us. I'm not that good with this stuff, talking on the camera. My brother he's good with people. I'm good with people, but you don't see it like that. I don't like people, you know. But I try to help you because you have to be honest. Come to this country, I promise you. Know your, like he said before, have a game plan.
Right.
Stick to the game plan. Do not go off script, but don't come here with any malice in your system. No
Mhm.
anger.
Yeah,
Let it go.
come over here with
Let
that.
it go.
You're gonna have a terrible time if you come over here with that. And if you come over here with
Um,
if you're angry or you're depressed and start bleeding on these women, when I say bleed, I'm talking about
yes,
past and girlfriend, emotions, you crying and bleeding all over, man. That's that's a sure way to lose the respect of any woman, not just Dominican. As good hearted as these Dominican women is, that's a good way to lose their respect for you, man. Coming over here bleeding on them without taking care of your own business and your own stuff, your personal stuff, before you actually
because she wants
go
to.
over there.
She wants to please you. Believe me, she want to
Right,
please you.
right. And if you over there, but we done already went through that. So anyway, another
Moving right along.
moving right along. Um, let's see. Do your research on the women and the culture of the country you are visiting. Do your research on the cities you are visiting while you are there. Do your research on how to move around and precautions you need to take as a traveler in those cities. So do your research, Don't always do research on the women. You know what I'm saying? Just they got plenty of channels for that.
Country, man.
Search some videos on how to travel in Dominican Republic, what cities to go to, and all that kind of stuff, man. That'll help you figure out where you want to set your boots out on ground when you get here. Where you
Because
want
there are a lot of
to
hidden
spend
gems here.
most of your time. And there's a lot of hidden gems here. And if you go into one city, you're gonna get one thing when you're dating. If you go to another city, you're gonna get another. So that's why I say you need to figure out what you want uh, on this dating journey. If you come over here, you don't know what you want. Don't look for nothing. Don't look for nothing in particular. You know, um, I
That's a
encourage y'all go to Sasua, go to Santo Domingo, go to Santiago, man. If you're here for 2 weeks, man, go to at least 3 cities. If you're here for 2 weeks and you got a car, go to 3 cities, have some dinner, check it out and see what's up, man, and have you some fun. If you don't know what you're doing, but if you know what you're looking for, say if you're looking to date, and you've heard this on other channels, I'm sure, and I'm a ditto some of those things that they saying. If you're looking to date, go to Santo Domingo. If you're looking to date, you can go to Santiago. But if you're only looking to have fun, y'all already know what the fun cities are. You can go to Punta Cana and have fun. You can't really go to Punta Cana looking for nothing serious because it's a fun town. It's just a fun town. Go to Sasua. Nothing. You ain't gonna really get nothing serious out of that. Just go and have your fun. Do what you do. You can go to Boca Chica, have some fun over there. You can go to Las Terrenas, have some fun over there. Cabarete, have some fun. But if you looking to date, and we're gonna get into like the process of dating, like how to dress and how to, smell good. I'm gonna give y'all some tips. You know what I'm saying? My brother gonna give y'all some tips on some clothes, and because we know what these women like. We know what they like. And it's in our DNA anyway to dress and look good. We've been doing this before we even came over here, but we're gonna give y'all some tips on how to move and how to date and what the women like over in Santo Domingo, man. But that's one big thing, man. Is that what I just said a little bit ago? Do your research,
Hey,
know the cities where you're going. Take
I don't
precautions.
want to cut my brother off, but I'm going to tell y'all in a heartbeat. Don't come over here dressing like, like you don't care, or you got all your jewelry on or all this and being so flashy. If you my age, don't come over here wearing basketball jerseys or football jerseys and stuff like that. But if that's your comfort zone, then fine. You letting everybody know you in America. You
Yeah,
understand? They can see you and they know exactly okay how they're gonna treat you. They're gonna talk to you differently. They're gonna be all over you. You've seen a lot of videos. We did one where we talked about, and I guarantee you, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But if that's you, um, like I'm just saying, just my opinion.
right,
Always say that. You can do you, be comfortable. Excuse me, please forgive me. You be comfortable. Do what makes you comfortable. But when you get here, trust me, if you're dressed with a jersey on and I don't know how you want to say it, with sandals or whatever you want to say, and you're going on a date, and if you didn't ask, are we having a date on the inside or outside? One of you going to be uncomfortable.
hmm
One of you is going to be overdressed or underdressed.
hmm
Talk, communicate,
hmm
figure it out. If we're going to eat outside, if we're just having coffee, you don't need to dress up for that. We can be casual, all right? But I watched the video and we talked about it. Look how she dressed. She was dressed like $1 million.
hmm
He came out there like he was for outdoors,
And don't
but you didn't
ask her.
even
Don't
communicate.
ask her where you want to go on a date. Oh man, just have your stuff planned out. What you
Say
gonna
it again.
do? Don't ask them where you want to go on a date. Dominican women are submissive women. They not fools. Like they not dogs. Okay, and some of you guys, y'all take that word submissive and y'all think they dogs. They're not dogs, where you can go kick them around and all that kind of stuff. But they like to be led. They like for the man to know what because I did that. I gotta speak from experience. I didn't want to put myself on blast like that. When I got over here, I brought the Western mindset. What you want to do, baby? No, what you want to do, baby? No, what you want to do? That's the what, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth. I came over here. What you want to do? They were looking at me like, wow, why are you asking me what I want to do?
But she
They
doing
look
what
at
she
me,
want to
they
do.
like, whatever you want to do, baby. Like, what, why you asking me? You know? They in your Airbnb, a lot of good Airbnbs, especially in Santo Domingo, man. They gonna have something already out there on the coffee table in the living room, or at the little desk next to the door where they have your keys or whatever stuff to the gym or wherever you got to go. They gonna have little pamphlets on restaurants you can go to. They gonna have suggestions, or you just get on your Google, man, and find your nearest restaurant and pick something, man. But don't ask them where they want to go, man.
Every day, your best friend is Google. All
Yeah,
you have to do is ask, what's going on in the surrounding area today?
right, right.
And it will tell you
It'll
what is one of the best restaurants in this area.
right, and
What do we do? What do Dominicans normally do today?
right,
Because trust me, you'll be surprised when you see them on Sunday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning drinking beer
right.
on
And
a Sunday.
and I'm gonna tell y'all something. You cannot go wrong if you take them to the Chicharron spot that me and my brother go to all the time. We take our girls there, man. You
Yeah.
cannot go wrong, man. Hey, the woman I'm seeing right now, she's strung out on Chicharron, man. I'm going to see her in Santiago. We're gonna be staying in Santiago. We are taking a 2-hour trip to go to Santo Domingo to get them chicharron at that particular spot.
But
And
they
it's
are
a good
good.
vibe, man. It's a good vibe, man. It's the music gonna be out there, man. People gonna be sitting out there chilling, and I'm gonna leave some stuff in the comments for y'all, man, about that. And I'm gonna do a video on that when I get over to Santo Domingo and show y'all what my favorite spot is. Um, Another one is connect with at least two expats or brothers that are living in that country or cities you are visiting in case of emergency or in case you need guidance while you are there. These are other Americans.
You
You
can't
know,
say that enough.
you can't say that enough, man. It could be even Canadians if you're American. Somebody that you develop some kind of camaraderie with, before you left and got over there, so you can, just have somebody in case you need to, why they say throw up the bat signal, you know what I'm saying? And they looking out,
Always.
you
They
know.
need to know your location. That's like we're going back to what I told you. Download the WhatsApp app.
Yeah.
You need that application. So no matter where you at, you press that button and you send your location to your friend or who you need to know where you're going to be. Don't go over here venturing off on anywhere alone. Even if you're with someone, you're alone. You understand? Don't
Right.
do it. You go, you make sure you let, if we're going to this restaurant, hey, I send it to you. This is my location. This is where I'm gonna be at. I got people over here that I let know where I'm going, no matter where I'm at. They
Mhm.
even when I'm with my girl, I let my buddy know where I'm going.
Mhm.
This is where I'm gonna be at. This is my location. In
Mhm.
case I need to leave or anything, hey, he'll be there.
Right. And this brother tell you, man, I'm not over there right now, but if my brother here called me, I'm calling him back because to me, he over there by himself. And we'll get into that later, but that's just my mindset. He's over there by himself. I know he with his girl. I know he know a couple people over there, but for me, he's over there by himself, and I treat him accordingly. So when he called me, man, I'm calling him back within a few minutes. Am I lying?
No, you ain't lying. You dead on point. Like I
Tell
keep
him.
telling you, and we tell everybody else. You know, they say over here, we're like family. Yeah, like family ain't family. And I don't care too much about my family, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that. It's
Right,
like family. They're like family. They're not family.
right.
You understand?
You
You
might
got too
not,
many.
you might not get as lucky as we got to me and him getting to know each other like this, but get on one of them Facebook groups, man, and just start
Yes,
chatting with guys in the
and
messages
you
and
will
stuff like
connect
that.
someone.
You will connect with somebody, man, because it's always guys out there that want to look out for you, man, and just kind of give you advice. There's some guys that think they know it all, you know what I'm saying, that want to share their experiences with you and stuff like that, and that's cool too. But the main thing is that you want to have a couple guys over there that you are somewhat cool with that you can call when you need.
Hey, well, look, my brother, as always, I love you. I know we probably didn't touch everything
Yes, we
like
have.
we said we're gonna do. But I know these talks can't go too far
Yeah.
into the long, go very long. You're gonna fix it and everything. But please, all of you, if you need anything, talk to my brother
Hmm.
because he's better equipped with that. If not, I don't know how to contact y'all yet. I'm gonna get better with this as we go on, so I can give you my email or my Instagram or Facebook, so you can contact me. I'm also a member of some of the groups. I guess we can't talk right there right now, give those names, but you will find me, and all you gotta do is ask me. I can help you all. But I'm just looking at the time right now,
Yeah.
and I know how my girl is, and she done fed me.
I'm
She
gonna
want to
say,
clean
man,
up.
don't blame it on the time now.
Uh-uh.
Hey, I know it's your time right now, man.
Hey,
So
hey,
you got,
look
yeah.
here. Like I'm
Hey,
trying to, I want you all to get to my level.
now
You
she's
understand?
selfish with her time. Now she's selfish with
And,
her time with him. That's just
they
how it is.
all are.
Right.
He is too. The one he's trying to be with, the one
Yeah.
he's currently seeing,
Right.
that she's
Yeah,
Dominican,
yeah.
and they are always time. They're not good with time, but
Right.
your time,
Right.
trust me, they're never on time, but your time,
Your
like
time.
right now,
Yeah.
I know that that's just our time. It's called what we call QT, and you want that. You
Right.
all want that.
Yeah.
And don't let nothing damage that. Don't let nothing you doing in life like we said in the beginning, know what you want. Know what you want and do not deviate from that.
Right, exactly. All
Y'all
right, my
still
brother.
walking back and forth behind me.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's,
see. That's
I
it.
mean,
All
I
right.
mean, trying to wrap it up.
Yeah, tell her I said hi, man. And hey, I'll holler at you tomorrow, brother.
He'll talk to me tomorrow. See, she asking for the plate now. You see, she trying to stay away from the screen because
Right,
she don't want to be rude.
right.
But I'm telling you, it's time for me to go.
All
And
right.
brother, we'll talk about it. I hope I didn't ruin it, but we really want to say so. It's so much information to put out to you guys, man. And we don't want you to keep doing the hypotheticals. We want you to go to the country. Don't listen to everything everybody's saying in America, how dangerous it is. And
Yeah,
if no, it's dangerous anywhere in the world.
right.
It's how you present yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in seedy locations. I said that too many times. We talked about that in our last talk. Don't do that.
All right.
Treat people with respect.
Mhm.
How they say respect isn't earned, it's given. You know what I mean? Respect isn't given, it's earned. No, respect is given from day one. You
That's
give respect, you receive respect.
right.
But conduct yourself accordingly. And please sign up, man. Call us, talk to us sometime. I'm here. I'm gonna be here.
All right, man. We out, man. Like and subscribe. And remember, fellas, you come first. Peace.
Exactly.